McLaren 765 LT and Ferrari SF90 are two beasts that sit in this weird middle ground of automotive heaven, just shy of hypercars but far beyond your average supercar. Both hover around that $500,000 mark and promise insane performance, but they go about it in very different ways. Let's dive into what makes each one tick and see how they match up when it really counts on the road. Starting with the SF90, this Ferrari isn't just a supercar, it's a hybrid monster. With 986 horsepower combining a twin-turbo V8 and 3 electric motors on the front axle, the numbers alone sound insane. 0 to 60 in 2.1 seconds? That's just the baseline. Car and driver managed to push it to 2.0 seconds, and for a while, this car stole the crown as the world's quickest from the Porsche 918. A quarter mile in 9.5 seconds at 148 miles per hour makes it crystal clear. This is not a car you mess around with. The acceleration is so intense it can feel like the laws of physics are optional. The SF90 has the kind of speed that doesn't just get noticed, it makes everything else on the road look like it's standing still. The interesting thing about the SF90 is that it's not just about raw power. Thanks to the hybrid setup, it's surprisingly smooth and subtle when cruising. The front electric motors give it that instant torque, but the engine's roar isn't quite what you might expect. It sounds refined, almost modest compared to the wild numbers under the hood. That's not a knock. It just gives the car a unique personality. It's fast, but it doesn't scream for attention in every parking lot. Now, the McLaren SF90 LT comes at things from a different angle. This one's a full gas-powered rocket with 755 horsepower stock, but the tuned versions creep closer to 800 without losing reliability. The 765 LT is designed to feel alive, a car that demands to be driven hard, corners sharply, and rewards precision. A quarter mile in 10.4 seconds at 147 miles per hour shows it's no slouch, and 0 to 60 can glue anyone to the seat, especially when the car's suspension is dialed for track use. The 765 LT is all about connection/traction control is phenomenal, every turn feels planted, and it's genuinely fun to ring out on a road or track. On a straight line, the SF90 might have the edge, but the 765 LT shines in how it handles. It's not just fast, it's confidence-inspiring. Nürburgring in sub 7 minutes, Indianapolis Motor Speedway in 1 minute 29 seconds, that's serious speed, and every lap feels precise and controlled. The car's design isn't just aggressive for looks, it works. Downforce, aerodynamics, and engineering all combine to make it feel planted even when pushing limits. Styling is a whole other debate. The SF90 leans elegant while still maintaining Ferrari's aggressive DNA. Some may argue about the taillights or the back end, but it's undeniably Ferrari simple, clean, yet striking. Meanwhile, the 765 LT goes for raw aggression with its McLaren curves, carbon fiber detailing, and purposeful design that screams speed even at a standstill. Both cars look incredible, but the SF90 carries sophistication with a side of menace, whereas the 765 LT is bold, in your face, and unapologetic. Driving experience is where these two start to show their differences. The SF90, with its hybrid tech, offers incredible speed and stability, but sometimes the electric assistance makes it feel less visceral. The engine's quieter moments combined with a fully digital interface, touch-sensitive controls, and swipe buttons can feel a little too techy for some, like the traditional Ferrari character got replaced by gadget overload. Even the start-stop button feels futuristic, almost like interacting with a high-end phone rather than a car. And while this makes the SF90 sophisticated, it also makes it less of a pure driver's machine. The 765 LT, on the other hand, is all analog thrill. It doesn't rely on electric motors to impress. It delivers raw power, a spine-tingling exhaust note, and handling that feels mechanical in the best possible way. Track-ready, street-ready, it's a car that communicates with the driver through every pedal press, every steering input. The 765 LT's cabin feels purposeful, a place built around performance, not touchscreens. Carbon fiber racing seats are surprisingly comfortable, the suspension smooth yet ready for track abuse, and the sound of the exhaust, it's pure adrenaline, every time. Performance stats tell part of the story, but feeling the cars in motion is almost where the real comparison happens. The SF90 is mind-blowingly fast off the line. It's the kind of speed that can humiliate almost any supercar at a drag light. The 765 LT might trail just slightly in a straight sprint, but put it on a winding road or a racetrack, and it's a completely different experience. Every corner is a masterclass in precision, and the confidence it inspires is unmatched. Acceleration at higher speeds is another subtle difference. The SF90 is relentless at low speeds, but when pushing past 80 or 100 miles per hour, the acceleration can feel a little less dramatic due to its hybrid dynamics. The 765 LT keeps the thrill constant. It doesn't need electronics to simulate excitement. The raw mechanical response keeps adrenaline pumping, whether cornering hard or pushing through straights. Fuel consumption? The SF90 is definitely thirsty, which is expected with that kind of hybrid beast under the hood. A spirited run can chew through a tank in under 150 miles. The 765 LT, while a gas guzzler in its own right, has that satisfying roar from a twin-turbo V8 that makes every drop of fuel feel worth it. Sound is a huge part of the experience, and here the McLaren wins hands-down engine growl, exhaust burble, and that feeling of power underfoot make every drive unforgettable. Both cars have quirks and charms. The SF90's cabin tech is impressive but can feel overwhelming. Touchscreens control nearly everything, and the hybrid nature can make the car quieter than expected. Meanwhile, the 765 LT gives feedback in a way that's almost tactile. You feel the road, the speed, the grip, the tension in the tires. Every drive is engaging, whether it's on the track or just a spirited weekend cruise. In terms of build and exclusivity, both cars are modern masterpieces. The SF90 blends Ferrari's hypercar performance with a relatively accessible supercar price, offering cutting-edge tech and incredible straight-line speed. The 765 LT, while also a high-end performance car, is designed for a different type of fan, one who wants visceral driving, connection, and raw presence on the road. It's aggressive, beautiful, and engineered for those who live for the drive, not just the numbers. Handling comparisons highlight the subtle differences. The SF90 can overwhelm with tech-assisted stability, but the 765 LT feels alive and responsive, almost like an extension of the driver. Nimbler, more communicative, it rewards skill with a precise, exhilarating response. This is the car that feels planted in every turn, every apex, every high-speed sweep. The SF90 impresses with numbers and sophistication, but the 765 LT impresses with emotion and connection. Sound and character are another key battlefield. The SF90's hybrid system tempers the engine note, making it refined, even elegant. It's fast, but its voice doesn't dominate the environment. The 765 LT, with its tuned V8 and wild exhaust, roars, burbles, and growls. Every acceleration brings a visceral thrill, a soundtrack to pure performance that engages all senses. The emotional impact is instant. The SF90 is impressive, but the 765 LT makes the heart race. Straight-line stats are close but tell different stories. Both cars are sub-2-second beasts from 0 to 60 in ideal conditions. Quarter miles are neck and neck. Yet when factoring in cornering, driver engagement, and track experience, the 765 LT demonstrates why McLaren has a reputation for making cars that are as rewarding to handle as they are fast. The SF90 shines in innovation and hybrid performance, while the 765 LT shines in passion and connection. Styling debates can rage forever. Ferrari elegance versus McLaren aggression, both are jaw-dropping. Ferrari's SF90 is sleek, aggressive yet refined, a blend of tradition and tech. The 765 LT is sharp, purposeful, muscular. Every line screams performance. On the street, both draw attention. In the garage, both are treasures. But in the driving seat, personality becomes king, and that's where preferences really show. The McLaren 765 LT and Ferrari SF90 are two of the most exciting cars on the planet, yet they appeal to different instincts. SF90's tech-heavy hybrid precision impresses with numbers and innovation. 765 LT's raw, visceral feedback thrills with experience and connection. Straight-line speed might favor the SF90, but corners, handling, and emotion belong to the 765 LT. Both are masterpieces, but the way they deliver excitement could not be more different. In the end, these two cars highlight what makes modern supercars extraordinary. It's not just the horsepower, acceleration, or top speed, it's how the car makes the driver feel. The SF90 is a hybrid marvel, mind-bendingly fast and beautifully engineered. The 765 LET is a driver's dream, mechanically alive, thrilling, and unforgettable. Side by side, they define extremes of performance, design, and engagement, giving supercar enthusiasts two very different ways to experience automotive perfection. So there it is, the ultimate showdown between the McLaren 765 LT and Ferrari SF90, two insane machines, two totally different experiences, and both absolute legends in their own right. Which one would you take for a spin if you had the keys? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button if you love the showdown, and don't forget to subscribe for more epic videos coming your way.